Thank you for tuning in to TTV. I'm your host, Toya, and today is Herbal Tuesday, which is all about herbs. Now, usually I try to bring you guys herbs that you may have had in your cabinet or heard of before, but every once in a while I bring you something that you haven't heard of before, and that's going to be for today, which is yarrow. Yarrow is really big in the herbal community because it helps with so many different variations of things that you can use it for. So it's one that's commonly used in, as far as people who use herbs. But before I get into it, two things. One, please like, subscribe, and share, because if you get anything out of this content, chances are someone else will as well. So share with those you know, love, and care about. The other thing is I am a distributor for Young Living. They do not sponsor me, but I just, I'm a distributor so I can sell their products. So there is a link down below for, it says my Young Living, myYL.com/UDG. That's the link to the website. You can check out the essential oils and packages and different products and stuff that they have. So take a look at it and see what you find. Now let's get into it. So yarrow root, I'm gonna go over a couple of things and then I'm gonna share the resource that I use and I'll read directly from it. Okay, but let's go to it. Normally, which in this case as well, I do have links for WebMD and Healthline down below. WebMD literally doesn't have much on it. They have 4 sentences. That's it. Which is basically to say that it's used, what did they say? Is a plant that grows throughout the world above the ground. Above the ground parts are used to make medicine. It helps for stomach cramps. Let me make sure. Yep, this is yarrow. Helps for stomach cramps and fighting infections, and can be. And most people use it for eczema, irritable bowel syndrome, wound healing, and many other conditions. But there's no scientific evidence to support it, and it's sometimes called blood wart, not blood root, but blood wart. Okay, so that's all that they had. Now, Healthline had a bit more. They talked about how, of course, it helps with wound healing and can alleviate digestive issues, help with reduce anxiety and depression, which we're going to get into a little bit more. May help with brain health. Now, this one I did not know about the brain health, but it says that it can help with multiple sclerosis, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and encephalomyelitis, or however you spell it, which is inflammation of the brain and spine cord caused by a viral infection. And then again, fight infections. So that's what they say. So again, do your own research. You can look on them. Oh, my disclaimer. I almost forgot about the disclaimer. I gotta cover my butt, right? Okay, so these statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration and is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent diseases. Now, this part is very important too. It's not intended for use by pregnant or nursing women, which I'll get into a little more. If you have a medical condition or are taking medication, consult your doctor prior to use, and discontinue use and consult your doctor if any adverse actions occur. I am not a medical professional. I'm just sharing some information. Okay, so y'all can see how much I use this book because this is the cover. So you can tell I use this a lot. But it's Herbs for You by Dr. A.B. Howard. What I like about it is they give you a lot of information. Okay, so this is what the inside look like. As you see, y'all, I got pages sticking out. Like, I use this all the time, especially when I was in class. This was our book. So I don't need my glasses to read. Okay, so for yarrow root, you use the whole herb. Unlike what they said above the ground, but I think there's even yarrow root that gets used as well. And what I like about this book, and the reason why I'm going into detail, because you might want to get it yourself, but it gives you the name of it, it gives you the medical term for it, or the botanical term for it. Also gives you some common names, like for this one, other names for it is thousand leaf, noble yarrow, old man's pepper, and milfoil. You use the whole herb. You saw the pictures. But this is what it says in here. So the honorable Greek hero of legend Achilles said that the juice from the yarrow put into the eye will take away redness. The American Indian knew yarrow as a swift remedy for rundown feeling and indigestion. They also use it to increase the urinary flow from the kidneys. It is also essential for your skin because it helps you sweat, and that's one of the things that I know it for. So if you have a fever due to something like a common cold or flu, which is going to talk about too, due to a common flu or something like that, you would take yarrow root with it, because what it'll do is help you sweat out whatever it is that you have in it. So When I tell you sweat, I mean sweat. Okay, like you've been running in a marathon, you will sweat, and it'll help get whatever the virus is in you, help to get it out. Okay, so it kind of works in hand with the fever to get whatever it is out of you. But so it will make you sweat. Let's see, where was I? For those who have it available, you can use a sauna, or exercise is recommended, or you can sit in a warm bathtub, something like that. But yarrow root settles the nerves and reduces the high blood pressure. So that's why Healthline was mentioned about how it helps with the anxiety and depression, because it helps with anxiety. It helps calm nerves. It's a lot of benefits to this, y'all. I'm telling you. It's also just a partial list of childhood diseases, including infant diarrhea, uterus problems, bright disease, gas, piles, sore, nipples, fists. I don't even know what this is. Fistulas. I don't know. Flu, hair loss. Because there was one too where they were putting it in on the root, and it would help the hair grow back and actually help with your natural color. So if your hair is turning gray, it will help with the color change. So that's why they have hair loss on here too. Yarrow may be taken for involuntary loss of urine, bedwetting, spitting up blood, as a nerve vine, and as a remedy for colds. Also, colds and high blood sugar. Okay, so yarrow, like I told y'all, it's used for a lot of different things. Now, pregnant women, y'all do want to be careful. Did it say it in here? No, she said it on Healthline. That's what it was. I knew it was some reason I wanted to keep this up. And why I said she. Oh, good. It is a she. But down here, it says precaution. This is why I said for women who are pregnant. It says women who are pregnant or breastfeeding should not ingest yarrow, as it can trigger miscarriages and also affect your menstruation. So be careful with that. Other precautions is if you have an allergy to ragweed or other related plants, you might be allergic to this as well. Something else as far as the healing part for wounds, do not consume it 2 weeks before or 2 weeks after surgery. So you want to give your body a chance to heal some so that you don't bleed out even more. So get it. Basically, you want to start scabbing up before you start using it. And then people on blood thinner should avoid it, because again, it may increase the risk of bleeding. So that's yarrow root. That's why it's very popular. That's why it's used by a lot of herbalists all over everywhere, especially for the cold and flu season. Like, it will help draw that out. You will sweat it out. Okay. But that's it. That's all I have for you today. So I hope you got something out of it. Again, if you did, please like, subscribe, and share, because if you get something out of it, chances are someone else will as well. So share it with those you know, love, and care about. But that's it. That's all I have for you today, and I will talk to you tomorrow.